Today we're going to review the two types of aquifers that exist and identify them in the picture, and then we're going to talk about how humans access the water from these different types of aquifers. So the two types of aquifers are unconfined and confined. Confined aquifers have what we call impervious boundaries, or boundaries where water isn't able to get through the bedrock. So these aquifers are usually found deep underground, and you usually have rock here, and then there's usually a layer of rock underneath. This water is hard to access and is usually really deep underground. And then you also have your unconfined aquifers, which again is this one near the top. This is usually located just below the surface, and the top boundary is what we call the water table. The water table is how high the water comes underground. These unconfined aquifers usually give water to rivers and streams. Okay, now let's take a look at how humans get the water to their houses. Okay, so you can see here we have Hastings District. If you look at the diagram, hopefully you notice there are some parts to our water cycle. So right here you guys can see there's a Hawke's Bay that represents like the sea or the ocean, and water is evaporated by the sun. And moves up into the atmosphere. Up in the atmosphere, it cools down and then forms clouds, and then that will form precipitation, which falls to the earth. That water can either run off into streams or it can go down into the ground. Humans can access water either from these streams or from the aquifers underground. If we're going to access the water out of an aquifer, then we have to pump it. So that's what this pump house is for. So the pump houses pull the water out of the aquifer, and in this example you can see right here we have impervious, so that would be a confined aquifer. They pump the water up to ground level, and then they take and they pump it through pipes to people's houses.